John Madden in Veracruz, Mexico. I'm standing in the window of my 5th floor hotel room at the Hotel Maria Tierra, looking out at the bay. Way down there you see the beach. This beach right here is closed to the public. You can't swim there. Beyond all those rocks, there's a public beach. And that's where I've been swimming every day for the last 9 days. That shorter beige building is the Hotel Royalty. My apartment, where I've been for about 20 some days, is just the street right in front of that hotel is Solo, and I'm a block and a half up there. This is part 2 of how to get clear about right action when all you know how to do is project, because that's what us humans do. And I ended that video describing my decision to kill the killer dog of El Diamante. El Diamante was a 400-person pueblo where I spent the whole summer of 23 and befriended 3 wonderful street dogs. But a 4th dog came around that seemed fine at first, kind of in the same way my landlord seemed only crazy at first, and I've discovered since that he's a con man. He conned me out of 600 pesos the other day on a bed that he knew was never going to arrive. He lies. He absolutely does not know how to not lie. So, the good people of El Diamante were horrified at my notion that I was going to kill that dog, even though they were terrified of the dog and terrified that he would kill the really good dogs in that pueblo. So I tell the story elsewhere of how I did that. I had to use a little fish filleting knife, not much of a weapon, when he was attacking me. But I did. I killed him. And it was the right thing to do. So in that situation, that really was the voice for God telling me, you have to kill this dog before you leave. And everybody was grateful to me for doing it. So, is it the voice for God telling me this morning to kill that landlord? I thought I had conned him into giving me until the 4th to leave. It wasn't really a con. I absolutely had moved in on the 4th. And I get my check probably today, possibly tomorrow, and I'm going to have money. And there's some things I want to get done before I leave Veracruz to head out to the Riviera Maya. And I'll do that when I have to move out of the apartment, because I don't want to pay too much hotel time. But I literally have already moved out of the apartment, and I am in the hotel. But I got to minimize the number of days there. So, backing up a few days, 2 days ago, he says to me, well, your rent comes due on the 2nd. And I said, you agreed twice the other night that it was the 4th. And he says, I never said anything like that. It's the 2nd. So that shortened my time. The one thing I really want to get done before leaving here is to take a diving lesson. And those boats out there, and you see those little boats out there, that I swim past them every day. And they are from Dorado Buceo. And that's a diving outfit that operates out of that end of the beach down there. So I want to take a lesson with them. But I've discovered that contrary to the diving operation that happens right down here, Scuba Bear, that wants 3 days notice, they'll do it with just 1 day's notice. So I want to get that lesson in. So yesterday, when I was already thinking I'd better move out of this apartment, I encountered Victor, my landlord, outside of the OXXO store 2 blocks back in on 16th of December Street back there. It's kind of public for the neighborhood, and he's a little vain. He worries about what the neighbors think of him. And outside the OXXO, he says to me, So you moved in on the 28th, so tomorrow's your last day, you have to move out. I immediately screamed at him in front of other people, which you don't do in Mexico. You are a lying sack of shit. We exchanged more words, and I knew that I had humiliated him in public, and there'd be hell to pay. But I proceeded down here and had my swim for about an hour. Got really peaceful. Got back to my apartment, and he had stolen my other iPhone. I have 2 iPhones. That one has all my old videos. It has hundreds of videos that have never been loaded to YouTube. Videos of my last 2 dogs, my precious memories of those fabulous dogs. He had stolen it. I checked really carefully. It was gone, and it had to be him, and I knew that he stole. I had taken to hiding my money before I would go down to the beach, but I hadn't hidden my phones. So yesterday I was so enraged. So enraged. And I took care of myself. I got some money from a friend, got into the hotel here. But this morning I have to go back. I didn't go back last night, I came to the hotel. But I have stuff in that apartment I need to get out. And I'm gonna take the swim first and pray for God's guidance. But then I may well encounter him at the apartment. And earlier this morning, I was asking God, what is the right thing to do? Is this another killer dog? He harms everybody he touches. He's full of hate. He hates all his tenants. He learned to hate me. He drove my friends out of the building. I, right now, am his only tenant. And 2 nights ago when I arrived home, the power had been shut off. He never got the water running. Power never worked right. It wouldn't charge my phone. So he's a hateful man. He will do great harm to other people. Maybe I should just kill him. Maybe I should bait him out in public where people can see that he threw the first punch and beat him to death. I literally thought that. About an hour ago I was literally thinking that. Then I thought better. Who does he harm? He harms his tenants. Those are the people he hates. He's never going to get another tenant. The power's off. I'm his last tenant. He has no money to pay the power. He's not going to get any more tenants, and I'm going to make sure when I move out of there this morning, I'm going to throw the keys away to make it harder for him to get that iron grate open, the big gate. Harder for him to rent the place. So my current thinking is he has no more power to hurt people. He may well commit suicide. I've thought of that often. He's so speedy, I don't know what he's like when he crashes. So my current thinking is probably not to kill him, but if I encounter him, I'm still so enraged at him that I do absolutely want to beat the crap out of him. So we'll see. We'll see. I haven't had my hour-long swim. I may possibly be able to get out of there without encountering him. That might be the best thing to do. But I just don't know. Like so many other things, like everything for the last 4 years, I just don't know. And I don't rehearse. God always says don't rehearse. Wait till the moment and see what happens. So we'll see.